Good morning. This video lecture is for class 6th, subject English. This lesson has been taken from the supplementary reader. Lesson number is chapter 7, The Wonder Called Sleep. Lecture 1. The entire chapter will be completed in one lecture. In lecture number 2, you will be shared with the answers and of course with the summary of the lesson. Quickly moving to the first slide of the PowerPoint. The first slide contains the content that we will be covering in this video lecture. First slide has the introduction, then of course paragraph 1 followed by paragraph 2, 3 and then 4. New words and their meanings. We are going to come across a lot of new words in this video lecture. I have summarized them in one slide so that you people have the complete set of new words at a place. Working with text, question answers and then homework. It's mandatory to do the homework. I'll quickly move to the first slide that is about the introduction. I had introduced you all with the name of the lesson. The lesson name is The Wonder Called Sleep. So the introduction is about sleep. The entire lesson has covered the topic sleep and dream. Can anyone tell me why sleep is so important for human body? I guess everybody knows the answer. Our body feels relaxed after having a good nap, okay? After having a good sleep, isn't it? In the entire lesson, the importance of sleep and why our dreams cost has been covered. Okay, so to introduce you with the first part of the lesson, I will quickly start with these points, and part 1 entirely covers about sleep. Okay, I'm going to start the first one for you. Our body and brain recover from fatigue. How is this word pronounced as fatigue? Our body and brain recover from fatigue after a good sleep. What do you mean by fatigue? Fatigue means from tiredness. Okay, when we have a good nap, when we have a proper sleep, okay, our body and brain recover from fatigue. Whatever tiredness we have in a body, that completely goes off after having a good sleep. I think you people will agree in this point, isn't it? Moving to the next one. We dream while sleeping. Yes, everybody has a dream. Maybe one day you have a dream, the other day you don't have the dream. But no human being in this world, I think, has never seen a dream. You tend to watch or have a dream. Yes. So we dream while sleeping, but we do not always remember our dreams, isn't it? We have a dream at night, but once we get up in the morning, we tend to forget the dream. Moving next, during sleep. What happens during sleep? During sleep, our heartbeat becomes slower and our temperature and blood pressure go down. So what happens when we are asleep? All the tiredness goes away, okay? And then we also see a dream while we are sleeping. Our body temperature, the blood pressure goes down. I'll quickly get into the chapter. Paragraph 1. Children, please listen to the video lecture very nicely. If you have anything in your mind, any word that you come across you don't understand, kindly note it down in your notebook so that whenever we are going to meet in the online class, you can ask me the meaning of that word. So please pay attention and I'll quickly get into paragraph 1. We know enough about what sleep is. Yes, everybody knows what sleep is. Though we don't know what exactly causes sleep. Do you know what actually makes us fall asleep? Why after the sleep, all the tiredness, all the fatigue from our body goes away? Nobody knows the reason, right? Even I don't know. So we know enough about what sleep is, though we don't know what exactly causes sleep. Sleep is a state of rest. Okay, what is sleep? Sleep is a state of rest, an unconscious rest. What do you mean by the word unconscious? The word unconscious means unaware of. While you are at sleep, while you're sleeping basically, do you know what happens in your surroundings? No, you don't know. You're unaware of everything which is happening in your surrounding. So that is an unconscious rest, an unaware rest. When we sleep, our body recovers from fatigue, tiredness caused by the day's activity. You're working the entire day, you get tired. So when we sleep, our body recovers from fatigue caused by the day's activity. After a good sleep and the rest that it gives, we become alert and active again. Yes, when you sleep properly at night, when you take a proper 7 to 8 hours sleep, whenever you wake up the next morning, you become alert and active again. Your body is ready to function back, ready for the normal activities of the day. When we wake up in the morning, it is not always possible for us to remember what happened when we were asleep. Okay, next, we may remember a dream, but the rest of our sleep was a kind of darkness in which nothing seems to have taken place. Is there anyone who has a dream with a light inside their eye? No, right? Everybody, when we close our eyes, we find darkness, right? So we may remember a dream, but the rest of our sleep was a kind of darkness in which nothing seems to have taken place. Moving to the next slide. Paragraph 2. Several things happen to our body while we are sleeping. As we sink deeper into sleep. What do we mean by the word sink? As we sink means go down. We take a deeper sleep. As we sink deeper into sleep, our muscles relax more and more. Our heartbeat becomes slower. Our temperature and blood pressure go down. The ever-active brain also slows down. Even our brain takes a rest. Okay, so the ever-active brain also slows down so that we can't think or act consciously. What do we mean by consciously? Intentional way. Okay, you had read the word unconscious, that was unaware of. Conscious means aware of. So the ever active brain also slows down so that we can't think or act consciously, but we dream. When we wake up, our temperature and blood pressure rise to normal. Our heartbeat and breathing also become normal, and we are fully awake and have forgotten most, if not all, the dreams that we had while sleeping. We remember a part of a dream, but we don't remember the entire dream that we had watched while we were sleeping, isn't it? So we are fully awake and have forgotten most, if not all, the dreams that we had while sleeping. Okay, moving to part 2 of this lesson. Part 2, introduction. In part 2, we are going to talk about dreams. In part 1, we had discussed about sleep, isn't it? What are the importance of the sleep? It relaxes our mind. Yes, we are ready to function normally next day after having a proper sleep. So those all were the benefits of a good sleep. Now moving to the next part, that is part 2, we are going to discuss about dream. Let's get into it fast. A dream is an activity of the mind when we are asleep. So a dream is what? It's an activity of the mind. Dreams help us sleep through noise and other disturbances. Dreams help us sleep through noise. If some noise is taking place outside or in your house, basically dreams avoid those, or they ignore the noise and other disturbances. Next, dreams may reveal something about one's problem, but they cannot tell the future. Okay, dreams may reveal something about one's problem, basically what you are thinking, that all, dream is basically a succession of images, ideas, emotion and sensation that usually occur involuntary in the mind during certain stages of sleep, sorry. So a dream is a succession of images. Whatever we are thinking, whatever ideas, whatever emotions are going in our mind, that all we tend to visualize while we are sleeping through dreams. So dreams may reveal something about one's problem, but they cannot tell the future. Let's read about dreams now in detail. Moving to the next slide. Paragraph 3 of the same chapter, The Wonder Called Sleep. The question is, what is a dream? And I have the answer here with me ready. It's an activity of the mind that takes place when we are asleep. So it is an activity of the mind that takes place when we are asleep. Some dreams are probable while others are not. What do we mean by probable? Probable means likely to happen. Some dreams are likely to happen, means they happen, while others are not. That only means that many of the things that happen in dreams could happen when we are awake. So they are saying that there are some dreams that are probable. Probable means are likely to happen while others are not. That only means that many of the things that happen in dreams could happen when we are awake. Okay, only some can come true. Others do not come true. Others could not. Dreams seem to be important for several reasons. So now, why is dream important? I can give you a question. Why are dreams important for a human being? So you have to write the answer. One is that a dream can help us to sleep through noise or other disturbances. For example, the alarm clock rings, but our mind causes us to dream that the telephone or doorbell is ringing and that we are awake and answering it. Certain doctors have found that one's dreams often reveal a great deal about one's problem. I told you, whatever imagination, whatever you are thinking, that all we tend to see in our dreams. So that is what it is saying here, that certain doctors have found that one's dream often reveal a great deal about one's problems, because whatever you are thinking, you tend to watch that or you tend to dream the same thing, and that if understood correctly, they can provide a key to the solution of those problems. But we must remember one thing: dreams cannot be used as a way to tell the future. Dreams are not used as a way to tell the future. We cannot just see the dream and say that, oh, this is going to happen with me in the future. No. Okay, they are pure imagination or pure succession of the images, ideas and emotions that go in our mind. They simply can never tell the future. Sleep is the most common. Paragraph 4. So in the last paragraph, that is paragraph number 3, I was saying that dreams are basically not the thing that can tell the future, but sleep is the most common experience. But how many of us really think about the wonder and power of sleep? Many poets have written beautiful poems about sleep. Here is one in which the poet is describing the experience of falling asleep. So many poets have written beautiful poems about sleep, but here we have got one which is describing the experience of falling asleep. Let us read it aloud. Lights out, that means lights go at night. So lights out. I have come to the borders of sleep. I'm just about to sleep. Means borders of sleep means just about to sleep. The unfathomable deep forest where all must lose. What do we mean by unfathomable? Unfathomable means incapable, you can say incapable of being fully explored. You cannot fully explore the deep forest because it's very dark, isn't it? So the author is also trying, the poet was also trying to say here, I have come to the borders of sleep, the unfathomable deep forest where all must lose their way, however straight or winding. Soon or late, they cannot choose. There is not any book or face of dearest look that I would not turn from now to go into the unknown. I must enter and leave alone. I know not how. So the poet also doesn't know that how does the sleep come. So he's saying, I know not how. I know that, yes, I have to sleep, but how, that I don't know. So that's how the poet is describing it. So with this, we end the lesson here. It's totally about sleep and dream. Both are very mandatory for a human body. Yes, the poem is being written by Edward Thomas. I've written the name of the poet here, Edward Thomas. I'll be quickly reading the new words and the meaning. In case if you have found out a new word and you have not understood the meaning, do ask me in the online class. Moving next. New words and meanings. Fatigue, extreme tiredness resulting from mental or physical exertion. Unconscious, unaware of. Experience, an event or occurrence which leaves an impression on someone. Obvious, easily perceived or understood. Consciously, intentional way. Sink, go down below the surface of something. Disturbances, the interruption of a settled and peaceful condition. Unfathomable, impossible to measure the extent of. I'm pronouncing these new words once again. Kindly pronounce after me. Fatigue. How is this word pronounced as? Fatigue. Unconscious. Experience. Obvious. Consciously. Sink. Disturbances. Unfathomable. Moving next to working with text question answers. Working with text. I'm going to read the questions. You have to write the answers on your own, and we shall be discussing the answers in the next class, in the next online class. What is the most obvious advantage of sleep? I think till now everybody knows the answer. What happens to a body when we sleep? Define a dream in your own words. So you have to write about a dream of your own in your own words. Why are dreams important? Mention 2 reasons. I think there are 3 reasons given. You have to write any 2 reasons. Why has sleep been called a wonder? Okay, as the title of the lesson suggests, the wonder called sleep. So you have to write why has sleep been called a wonder? Why do we call sleep as a wonder? Describe briefly to the class an improbable dream you have ever had. So this we shall be doing in the online class. So you have to briefly describe an improbable dream you have ever had. Okay. Moving next. Homework. You have to watch the video lecture again to write the new words and meanings in the fair notebook. To write the answers of working with the text questions, you have to write the answers. We shall be discussing in the next class. Whatever changes are there, you can make it after that. But first, you have to write the answers on your own. Is that clear to everyone? Thank you. Thank you for being such good listeners. I hope everybody has understood the lesson, the wonder called sleep. Looking forward to meet you all in the online class. Thank you so much. Take care.